All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I ain't gonna waste your time. We are here for the review of the latest episode of Paramount Plus's Mobland, episode 8, entitled Helter, Skelter. So, right off the bat, guys, score. If you're new to the channel, 0 to 5, 0 being trash and 5 being a masterpiece. I gave this one, it was damn near perfect. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5. This was a great episode. So, we got the score out of the way. Let's just talk about the episode. So I'm not going to necessarily go over the episode in like a full recap. I'm just going to talk about some of the scenes and things that stuck out to me. So I may miss out a couple things. And that is what the comment section is for. Hey, before I get into this, guys, please, if you like what I'm saying, you guys are checking out the videos, but a lot of you guys aren't subscribed. So please hit that subscribe, smash the like, and get in the comments. Definitely get in the comments because I do like to get the discussion going. So a little bit of that out of the way. Let's go ahead and talk about the episode. So like I said, I'm not going to give a full out recap, but I'm just going to talk about some of the scenes and things that stuck out to me. So when I look at these episodes, I look at the title and try to find like, what are we going for here? And you look up the word Helter Skelter. It has several meanings and connotations, but one of the things I saw was disorder and confusion, and we had a lot of that in this episode. And so we'll go ahead and start. I'm going to talk a little bit about what went on in the Causewall. We'll go ahead and start with who else? Maeve. So of course, we're following events that happened last week's episode. We lost Brendan. He was killed by Jaime Lopez. And so we get Serafina back, and of course Maeve, this snake in the grass, this scorpion woman, comes up with the whole, it's nobody's fault, this and that and the other, and putting on this facade. We all know it's fake. She's putting on a fake facade, because we find out later on, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But also something that happened at the Caldwell. Bella, we see she's needing to get off the compound because she's getting messages from Antoine. So of course she comes up with some fake excuse that she's going to the gynecologist, because Conrad actually stops her and is like, hey, what's going on with Harry? He's a bit off. She tries to say, well, he just lost his brother. And he's like, no, I've noticed this before. Like, something's not right about him. And she's like, you want me to spy on my husband? But as this is going on, Harry is seeing her have a conversation with Conrad. And we all know the history. We know the history. And let's just say we get a theory that gets confirmed, and I'll talk about that here in a second. But the history between Conrad and Bella, because Bella was his side piece before she was Kevin's wife. So of course, Kevin seems to be a guy that may have a few little insecurities, and that definitely ignites his insecurities. Also at the same time, the serpent, Maeve, is eavesdropping on that conversation. So she uses that time to go in to attempt to manipulate Kevin, telling them, hey, I get, Serafina, before she passed out, because Maeve sedated her, she goes, she kept saying she was number one. And Kevin kind of brushes it off like, yeah, it's a joke, number one child. And he goes, no. She means number one, like she's next in line. And Kevin, he's not buying it, and Maeve realizes he's not buying it, so she goes for the low blow. And guys, this is what I'm talking about. A theory that we all had just got confirmed, and that was that Eddie is the son of Conrad and Bella. She even says that because during that discussion, she says that base-born bastard will not be the heir to this family. It's you or your brother. And Kevin says, well, that's changed. She goes, no, it's you or your other brother. And that's the reference to Eddie. So we got the confirmation that Eddie is the son of Conrad, not Kevin. So this kind of sends Kevin in a spiral. He heads to his vehicle, gets the blicky, and heads down to the old folks' home. And he starts his plan and having the ultimate confrontation with the guard Ruxby. So also at the Causewald, there was a clip of this released, this confrontation between Eddie and Harry. And let me just tell you, this confrontation, it was a work of art, because you would think, Eddie, chest out, basically telling him, I'm smashing your daughter. I'm giving her the good D. And yeah, what are you going to do about it? You can't do anything. You work for the Harrigans. I am a Harrigan. And I will say this, guys. Like me, I'm a father of 6. I have 3 daughters. I would want to rip his head off and deal with the consequences later. Because here's the thing, Harry's in a catch-22. Because if he kills, this kid, even though he be in the right, he's created an enemy with his other family. And so I will say this, though. There's a lot to be said about a man who can be calm and stoic in a situation like that, because I think it threw Eddie's psychology off, because he's like, okay, all right, well, Harry's like, Eddie, sit down, let me talk to you, lad. Gina can make her own decisions. I just ask that you treat her fair, be nice to her. And yeah. And he goes, I know you are on the ascend and you will be at the top, and I'll be right there with you. So it's like he's boosted Eddie up. He leaves the room. Eddie opens the door and he goes, yeah, I'll be at the top with you and I'll push you off. So that totally just mind fucked Eddie. Eddie was like, what the? Because like I said, for somebody, because the natural reaction is fury, rage, grab him, beat him. Somebody that's calm in a situation like that, I just told you I'll smash your daughter, this and that and the other. I'm giving her the good D, and you're just calm about it. But then you come back with yeah, and I'll take you out. Yeah, you're like, this guy's stone cold killer. So we got that scene there. Also, guys, we got the scene where Jan is Conrad inquires about Alice to Jan, and basically he gets on the phone with Alice and invites her to the Coswald for dinner at 6 p.m. Don't be late. And so of course she reports back to her people, and they want her to wear a wire, and she's like, absolutely not, it's too dangerous. And of course it is decided that she's not going to wear a wire. God, I keep forgetting his name, but the gentleman running the operation, I'm gonna get his name, guys. But I think it's like something. I don't want to butcher it, but the guy who's in charge of overseeing the mission to get the Harrigans, he agrees with Alice, and then they have a side conversation about how to approach Richie. And so and we'll get to that later, because that right there is epic, what happens to that. So we're going to go ahead, we'll switch gears, and we're going to go Harry has a meeting with Freddie. Basically he's telling Freddie wants nothing to do with him, because since Braun is dead, he's like, I'm out. And Harry's like, well, if you're out, we wouldn't be having this conversation. He basically tells him, look, Conrad, the king, is dead. Crazy ass Maeve is running everything, but me and Kevin are going to get things in order, and we're coming for the throne. It's going to be me and him running the show. Do you want to get down with us or not? And Freddie, he gets on board, and then Freddie proceeds to give out, so I'm assuming it's some detrimental information about somebody in the inner circle. The scene cuts away, and Harry throws him off the building. They're in a parking garage. He throws him off. There's got to be several stories up. And so whatever he shared is definitely something detrimental to the family. So then Harry goes and meets with Donnie. In turn, he has a FaceTime conversation with Cat McAllister. Cat McAllister is setting up. He's asking for another favor, but he says this favor is from Conrad. They want to bring her in on the H operation. They take the Stevensons down. They bring her aboard and she'll be a 50% partner in the organization. And only thing she has to do is this little favor that Conrad is asking. Cat McAllister's like, all right, done. But she reminds Harry that, ayo, I'm doing this favor for you. This is the second one I've done for you. So you owe me 2 favors. And you just see the reluctance in Harry, and he's like, yes, I understand. So like, now this, not only does this man owe her 1, but he owes her 2 favors from a person who you don't want to own any favors to. So, wrapping this episode, I told you we're going to get to Richie Stephens, and his situation was epic. And we get to the meeting between Fisk and Richie. And basically, it's down to Richie. Man, Richie's a gangster, man. He's a gangster through and through. They telling him, hey, we've had a relationship with you before. You know, not even a relationship, an association with you. And we're just asking you to associate with us again, you know, and help us take down the Harrigans, and you will get immunity. I think they said 10 years at, like, basically he can do whatever he wants for 10 years after the Harrigans are taken down. If I heard that correctly, please get in the comments and correct me if I heard it wrong. But that being said, Richie cuts it straight to the chase, and he's like, so what is it? Do I own you or do you own me? And you can see Fisk kind of like he's trying to, his partner goes, in absolutely no terms do you own us. And when she said that, their fates were sealed. I didn't see this coming. I don't think any of you saw this coming, but Richie and his boy Ollie, they up the blickies. Pow, pow, pow. Take them out. They're gone. They're dead. They've taken out Fisk and his partner. And then Richie proceeds to slide to a back room. And the man whose name I can't remember, the guy who's in charge of the task force, is sitting in the room. And Richie once again proposes the question, do I own you or do you own me? And the guy says, it's like it's always been, Richie. You own us. Boom! Episode over. Oh, man. I tell you what, they really know how to end these episodes. They really do, because it's like, damn, I got to wait a whole week. But yeah, guys, so those are just, that's my little breakdown, my thoughts over the episode. Later on, probably tomorrow, because I got to get ready to go to work. I'm going to do a episode 9 promo trailer breakdown, but golly, man, this is a great episode. Great episode. It's definitely got me hooked, and it's like unpredictable. Like I said, who saw that coming? He was going to pop those 2 cops. But yeah, so guys, once again, thanks for taking this journey with me. If it's for 1 minute, 5 minutes, or whole damn video, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view my content. If you haven't, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please hit that subscribe, smash the like, get in the comments. It helps the video share. Get this video in the algorithm, bring more eyes to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And it don't cost you anything. It's just a few seconds every time. But yeah, guys, like I always say, it's your boy P signing off, and guys, I'll see you in the next one.